from Charlotte, North Carolina, at a combined weight of over 660 pounds, Rody Rob, Adam Bomb, Bionic Brian, the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast.
Hello again, and welcome to another edition of Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. This is episode number 575, if you can believe it. Not a landmark just yet, but we're going to figure out who won Wednesday once again here because we actually have both shows here. It's hard to keep up with NXT and whatever the other one is, AEW Dynamite's changing schedule. I thought they were on last night. They're on again tonight. We're going to talk about all of it, but before I do, I'm going to bring in my grunter number one over there across the table from me. What's up, Rody?
Hey, man. Yeah, I'm just, I made a decision for tonight.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. And Wednesdays, I'm usually in my best of moods, I believe, for myself.
Your best self.
Yeah, I am my best self. I'm living my best life on Wednesday nights. But it's my understanding that people think that I'm a grumpy fucker. And so, you know what? I'm just going to be negative all night long. That's what I'm going to do. So, negative time. You want grumpy fucker? Here it comes. Here it comes. I'm bringing the heat.
All right. Well,
bringing the heat.
Unmute my sound effects.
Oh, okay.
And let me bring in my other guy. I have no idea where the fuck he is anymore. But what's up, Biased?
Biased Brian. I'm doing well. What's going on with the stream? I see that we're having some issues right now.
Man,
no, he just we keep scheduling one and then it recreates it when we go live somehow.
There's no accurate information guide or for fucking the new Streamlabs multi-stream to interact with the YouTube stream to show you how it just keeps creating a new stream. So fuck it. If you're live, I'm sorry. I can't figure it out. I'm in the prime of my life and I just don't think that way. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. You're thriving right now. We'll get it.
Yeah. I'm okay. Hey, but everybody on the podcast, Podbean and iTunes and shit, welcome.
Yeah,
I'm glad you could be here with us.
Hopefully the others are coming over from the wrong stream, but we had Perfect 11 and a bunch of others over there.
I like the people who listen on the podcast.
Bus and Stike, you like the people riding in their car?
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone riding in your car.
Yeah,
thank you.
They don't have their little jacked up fucking opinions like your little troll farm on the board there.
Right. So we had the 10-bell salute before we get to too much fun here. We had the 10-bell salute here at the start of the show. Rest in peace to Animal. 60 years old. Wrestlers, don't have a long lifespan. Sad to see him go, but hopefully we're having a Legion of Doom reunion.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Far too soon, man. It's so sad.
60's young.
It's so sad. Piper and Owen, obviously different reasons, but I mean you can go down the list of all the people we grew up on as our wrestling heroes that just get taken from us. It's such a granted, we haven't really thought about Animal in a while. I mean, let's be real, unless we're watching on our watch along on Patreon,
Or we're making a joke about Heidenreich.
Yeah, that too.
Or the Ascension,
Yeah.
They always.
No,
they
you're
always
right. I'll
take.
take back what I said, but no, it's sad. Too early, too soon, man.
Have you guys heard about because I haven't heard anything about what caused it or anything? Do you guys know?
No, I don't know.
I just saw the tweet from the family or from his account actually.
Right.
Reporting it.
I mean, it could have been cancer, could have been something, to do with his heart because of all the abuse he's taken. It could have been substance related. Who knows? But all three of those.
Could it have been COVID related?
Well,
we don't know.
Maybe. Well, okay, there's a maybe. But all three of the other options all still stem back to a career in wrestling that was far too brutal on these guys.
Well, sure. And I mean, especially that era. That era is just kind of all those guys right now as they're getting in, which is crazy because, you still have Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan. There's a lot of guys that are still going strong. But
yeah, steroids and alcoholism and drug abuse and long schedules and fucking, they're just not healthy lives they grew up in that area.
Juan on the board says that's what happened when you do cocaine and it catches up. I think also steroids don't help. Got to see the Road Warriors in person before they ever stepped foot in WWF live in '87. War Games, Dusty, Nikita, and Road Warriors versus the Horsemen. That's from DP.
So piggybacking on that one.
And one more, just real quick.
But it's in tune with that one. Can I just do that and then you can wait for them? Okay, I appreciate everybody's patience there. No, I went and saw the premiere right here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We had a movie cinema called Park 51 Cinema, and I went and saw the premiere of Red Heat with Schwarzenegger and Belushi. I went and saw that movie with
not the good Belushi.
No, with Sting and both Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors. They took me. My mother's friend.
Wait, what?
Yeah, my mother's friend. Her husband was a nobody wrestler in the WCW NWA times, the jobber named Cougar J. And
Cougar J.
Yeah, so I got to meet all these guys as a kid. I used to hang at Dusty's house, all kinds of really cool things. But yeah, so he's also the guy who first invented the Wrestle Buddy. It's kind of weird story.
Really?
Yeah. He sold it to WWE and made a fucking buku. But yeah, he's like, hey, I got these tickets for I got some buddies going to see that Red Heat movie. You want to go see that? And I'm like, yeah, I'll go. It'd be great. And then fucking Sting and Road Warriors picked me up. So yeah,
Cougar J. Huh.
Cougar J. Yeah, man.
Is he still right? Like, what's he doing now?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him in decades.
Hashtag Cougar J is trending right now.
Yeah, man. I haven't talked to him in decades. No, fucking Google it, or fucking YouTube his ass. Cougar J. I'm telling you, he was fucking. I remember he got beat by Dink and Doink.
So before we get to the Who Won Wednesday part, I also want to add Stike reporting Animal was one of the CTE lawsuit guys as well.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear this, Brian. Maybe you can confirm, but Stike also says Lance Archer was diagnosed with COVID. So speedy recovery to him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why he wasn't, because he was supposed to be facing Moxley, but
fuck.
That pushed back. Yeah.
Does that mean that fucking that Jake's got it too?
Well, the other thing that I'm scratching my head, if that is true, why are all the guys that were exposed to him out there tonight?
Yeah, I don't.
Why aren't they in quarantine? Because they clearly were exposed to him.
They also announced on Dynamite that he's going to be back in, or maybe he said that he's going to be back in 2 weeks. But I'm like, really? You just like that? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like maybe like pump the brakes, maybe like 3 weeks, because who knows who else has?
Yeah, there's people who've gone. There's people who've gone through it now who are asymptomatic, who are actually showing signs of some kind of damage to their hearts. That I didn't get a cold, and sick and shit, but now my fucking heart's fucked up, and So yeah, these guys need to be careful, really, honestly.
Yeah, and DP said yes, Archer has COVID. So why are all the guys exposed to him not in quarantine?
That'll be the whole roster, wouldn't it?
Right.
I mean, who did you wrestle last week? Who was it? Was it just a squash match? I forget.
It doesn't matter. He was around talent. He was probably around backstage.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Who else was involved?
Yeah, maybe he wasn't. Maybe he caught it after the last time he was around him.
The story is from DP that Archer's wife went to a dog groomer and caught it that way.
Okay.
So he got it outside of AEW.
We wish him the best. Absolutely.
All right. Well, let's start the battle. Who won Wednesday? We're going to put NXT and AEW side by side. We're going to start with the curtain jerk. We have a tag match for AEW. It was a real tag match, Brian. And we have a number one contender battle royal for the women's title on the other side. I want to start with some fun. So let's start with the NXT side. Okay? Mm-hmm. I say fun because in the beginning, when some of the women were eliminated, they actually gave you their name. And then as time went by in the match, they just went, and there's another one that Mercedes Martinez eliminates. There's another one thrown out by Rhea Ripley. They didn't even give you the fucking names of these people. I felt so bad for the women in that sense. Casey Catanzaro gave us some high moments. She's clearly the Kofi Kingston of NXT. And then Caden Carter goes out. Xia Li, Rhea, and Gonzalez eliminate each other. That makes sense. Continue that. Mm-hmm. Bye-bye Rob's favorite, Hartwell.
I love Hartwell.
Finally, Casey goes out, Dakota, and we have Candice as the winner.
Of course.
When she eliminates Shotzi. Yeah, no shock there. And Brian, I know you were watching back then with us, even though we weren't really, I think, doing a takeover show or NXT show. But we had Candice and Io in a feud for a while away from the title. Now here they're coming back full circle, but now the title's involved.
Title's involved, and they're also kind of flipping the script a little bit, because Candice is now, we have this heel Candice, so this will definitely be different to a different aspect to it.
Yeah, I got to say, this is lazy. This is really lazy, and it's not just lazy because you've done the women's battle royal for number one contendership. You've done that several times, and not even that long ago. Mm-hmm. It's lazy, Brian, because they have hands down one of the, or at one point maybe it might be dwindling, but the best women's roster on the fucking planet, in my opinion. Right?
Sure, and they still do. Yeah, that's not disputable.
So you can't. So you're telling me what's such a deep roster of talent that you can't create a storyline that puts Candice into the title, that you have to once again retread this battle royal gimmick? I mean, for entertainment value, it was what it was. I enjoyed watching it. and it's fine. It's going to put two competitors together. But I just feel like you could have done more with such a talented roster.
And another one.
And another one.
You couldn't even name them real quick
And
because the
another one,
board
Brian.
board is yelling at me for not finishing the story because they were not done telling it. But Anaconda Vice says no, he was exposed after Dynamite last week. That's when he went to the vet. So
that's what I said.
Said
booby traps.
Said in booty traps.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Juan confirms that his sister's heart is fucked up from COVID-19. So
Yeah.
Who's?
there you go.
Juan.
I read it all. You happy, Bus? Fucker.
Well, we wish her our best there, Juan.
Juan.
We love you, Juan.
On the other side, AEW's offering is Kip and Miro. I hope Miro's not in the tag division. Against, I can't even read my notes. It was, the new Midnight Express.
Who's on that team?
Sonny Kiss and the other guy.
Who's the other guy?
The Time
Joey
Warp
Janela,
Jericho.
bro.
What's his name, Brian?
Time Warp Jericho.
No, Brian, what's his name?
Joey Janela.
He's gotta puke!
Just the bad boy Joey Janela, and I couldn't agree more.
A little bit of the bubbly.
All right, we just got a little sound effect heavy. That was unintentional, but whatever. This match had some odd spot choices. I wouldn't say it was necessarily good or bad. It had some odd choices. And again, Brian, I was just kind of bitching. Miro looks awesome.
Oh, great.
I hope he's not part of the tag division.
Yeah.
No, me neither. I hope this is just a way. I'm with you. Like, this is a way that they can just introduce him, get him onto the roster on TV, and then he could break away from
Hey, Brian.
Kip.
Yeah, then he smashes Kip.
Brian, I got a
Yeah, exactly,
question.
yeah.
I'm doing some stats for myself.
Sure.
That first match, Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss versus them. How many minutes do you think that match was?
12.
About 12 minutes. Okay,
Yeah.
so it was about 6 minutes too long. I guess that's what I'm going to say.
How
Yeah.
long was it?
Well, if it was 12 minutes, I'm going off of your time. If it was 12 minutes,
No, I thought you were quizzing me.
no. I'm keeping notes for myself.
I think the whole thing was probably closer to 20 with both the promos at the beginning and the end of it.
So that's 10 minutes too long. Okay.
Like,
No, I'm just saying. Look, Miro. We want to see Miro highlighted. You know that's great. We want that. And you could have done that in half the time this match took.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need that many false finishes for a fucking Joey Janela match. I'm sorry, you just don't.
Yeah.
You know, hit him with a fucking finisher and pin him, and let's move the fuck on.
Yeah, Stike's complaining I didn't like how much offense they got on Miro. No. Yeah, I think Miro, I was telling Rob this off air. Brian, you, of course, are nowhere to be found. But I was saying that Miro would be a great candidate to be the guy to finally dethrone Mox.
Like right away?
Not
Or
right
eventually?
away. I said eventually when it's time.
Eventually.
I think Mox probably
I could
loses
see
it
that.
in a couple months.
Although I would have a problem with that. Even I would have a problem with that because then that's like another WWE guy getting the belt, and I would rather have
what you think.
I would rather have someone like. Honestly, I really wish MJF would have taken the belt whenever that was, a month or so ago.
Yeah, Stike's
He was
saying if he's supposed to take him seriously as a beast, he should be destroying them both in a handicap match, not going toe-to-toe with them while Kip's in his corner. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
I mean, this is not Hager and Jericho. This is Sonny Kiss and Janela, who, I'm sorry, but Miro could lift each one of them with one of his arms.
Yeah, and look, there's a gray area here, right? There's a middle. We're not saying we want to see him come in and do WWE style and beat up a bunch of fucking jobbers week after week after week that we've never seen or heard of. You know, we want him to have competition, but let the guy come in, beat somebody's ass right away.
Well, and if you want to showcase Sonny and Joey for a minute, let them showcase against Kip.
Or not.
Then Kip tags in Miro and match is over.
Yeah.
Right?
The new Midnight Express.
The new Midnight Express.
I've lost a lot of things, and one of them has been my smile.
That's crazy.
Time to
that
vote.
That really is insane.
Time to vote. Real quick point on the board that got brought up a second ago from Perfect 11. I wonder if the call-ups of Mia Yim and Mercedes Martinez threw Triple H a curveball, and this was his answer, was the Battle Royal.
No.
No. Okay, Rob says no. So let's vote.
I mean, look, Mercedes wasn't going right for the title. She was bobbing and weaving, and And she's a journey woman at this time. She was time for her to move on.
I get it. Read between the lines for our marked out wrestling audience. That is Rob saying because Mercedes left the Robert Stone brand, he just has nothing to do with her anymore.
Cut off.
Let's go on. Rob, what's your vote? NXT, AEW?
You know, I gotta go. NXT, and I know I just made a whole thing about it being a retread and da 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 da. But I mean, the factor, the defining factor in this is 2 words. It's Joey Janela. That is.
Man, you're
please.
I'm sorry, Brian.
Dude, I 100% back him, but Brian, I'll let you vote here because I've already given the point to NXT.
Yeah. Oh, sure. I got to vote with NXT as well. I mean, the problems that Rob that you stated about Candice winning and stuff. I don't know. It makes sense for her to be the next one to challenge. To me, at least,
to be believable, at least as the winner.
I think you misunderstood what I said. I never said that her winning the opportunity was bad in any way. I'm completely for it.
You're just against the gimmick?
I'm against the way that they put her there. They could have put her there in a competition style because of the talent of that roster. Use that talent to put her over, not just say, here's a match and everybody, you don't fall out and you win. I mean, she's better than that.
They could have blown off the Tegan Knox feud.
Right, because they pulled up, what's-her-face, Mia, and they pulled up...
Yeah, but they could have blown off the Tegan Knox feud with the number 1 contender match, just
Mia
straight up.
wasn't vying for the title. Neither was Mercedes. Those two they did not deflate anything.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, they were possible future contenders, Brian, but they weren't in the mix right now.
I'm thinking that when Rhea and Mercedes started their little program, that they might have intended for that to go longer, and then they got the word that she was coming up, and they're like, okay, so we need to go ahead and get her quick through something. Let's move Rhea to something else.
Right. And that's why they brought Gonzalez out, who looks monstrous.
So NXT is a sweep. Wow.
Yeah, it's rare.
All right.
We got 2 back-to-back promos here. We're talking about them just real quick. Priest.
Wait.
What?
I'm trying to find my soundbite. Who won that section?
NXT.
NXT won that one.
Yeah.
And who? I don't know where oh, here it is. I mean, if NXT won that, and the segment it beat had Joey Janela in it, we must.
This the bad boy Joey Janela, and I couldn't agree more.
I'm glad we waited for that.
No, I'm sorry.
Way to be on the trigger, EP.
No, I just don't want to be grumpy.
We have Priest, and we find out that Gargano's going to take him on the next takeover for the North American title. Cool. I could easily see Gargano and Candice both walking out with gold next time. That's what they were bragging about later. And I'll be honest, Priest, he didn't bore me so much as not entertain me. On the other side, fucking killer promo. Eddie Kingston talking about he's going to take down the sports entertainer who sold himself to the demon or devil or whatever the hell he called him. Taking a lot of fourth wall break kayfabe shots, obviously, at WWE. Brian, since Rob's already rolling about this one and going to be negative, I want to go to you first.
Yeah. I mean, this is your classic Eddie Kingston promo. This is why the guy is signed to AEW. This is what got him to the show. And I know you guys don't really follow Dark all that much, but one of the things, too, that was pretty cool is that he cut a promo, which they shot it like it seemed like it was on the fly, where he cut a promo on a cookie, like just an actual cookie. And even like you're just watching it, it's only a few minutes, but even I found myself watching it. I'm like, holy shit, like, this is actually pretty good. Like,
did he beat the cookie?
He did it eventually. Well, I don't want to spoil it. No spoilers here marked out. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed this promo, and it really kind of set up the match for later on tonight with Moxley. Even though come on, we knew he wasn't gonna win. But.
Oh, how our standards have fallen so low.
I thought this was perfect, Rob. You know, he says he was never eliminated, so he's got a reason to be in this match.
I got no reason. I got no beef with that.
Okay, so where's your beef? Where's the beef, Rob?
I don't even have any beef with the match. I mean, it was fine. I mean, I got no problem.
We're not at the match yet. This is just the promo.
I understand.
Promo.
Okay, so the promo. Everybody's sucking Kingston's balls. Yeah, you're so great on the mic. You're such a great promo. You know, I always hated Dane Cook. I never thought he was funny. I thought people thought he was funny because he talked loud. And he just said nonsense loudly. And people got attracted. And you could say that about music now. Oh, it's a great rap song. No, it's not. He's just talking loud. He's not saying. He's not. Nobody's saying anything. A promo should not just be that I can go in there and talk as loud as I can.
You think that's all he's doing?
Yeah, he's not formulating any thoughts. He's not. Go to all his promos. He's not formulating thoughts. He's talking and he's doing his thing. I'm not taking that from him. He's doing his thing, but he's talking as loud as he can, and people are like, "Oh, it's a great promo." No, it's not. He's not saying anything.
Tonight was short and sweet.
No,
He
it's
came out
always like
and
that.
said, "I've got this match tonight because I was never eliminated from the Casino Battle Royal."
Yeah, I get that. But the rest
I
of it,
gotta send you some Eddie Kingston promos then, because there's one from like 10 or 15 or 15 years ago where
the one he
I
did.
think it's like
10 or 15 years
long.
ago. That's great. 10 or 15 years ago, you sit on that branch.
That's not what I'm saying.
I'm
I'm just sharing.
I'm not being
the
angry.
joy of Eddie Kingston.
I'm having a conversation. That's not being angry, baby.
Well, okay. I'm mistaking angry with the fact that no matter what Brian and I say, you're not going to change your mind.
3 weeks ago. Oh, it's not a debate. I'm telling you my mind. I don't want to debate because I'm where I am. It's like, don't try to get me to do Christianity. I'm where I am. Okay.
Are you sure, Rob?
Not fucking positive. So, but no, a couple weeks ago, he sat up there and he just talked very loudly, and he said a combination of
You
four.
really think that's all he did?
He said 4 different words loudly over and over and over again, and you guys are like, "Oh, he's such great. He's so great on the mic. He's such a promo." No, he's just fucking loud. That's all. He's loud, and we're so used to little house mouses.
Like you right now.
We're so used to little house mouses on the mic that can't formulate fucking words without a script, and they're so we're all like, "Oh, you're great because you're not them." No, they're shitty. He's not a good promo.
So petty.
He's not a good promo, so he's not mic shy. That doesn't make you a good promo. Sorry.
Petty Rob in the house.
It's not petty. It's sorry. It's a thing. I'm not angry. I'm just letting you all know. I don't know what we're yelling about. Loud noises. And I don't care what he did 15 years ago. I can tell you some shit I did 15 years ago. I mean, fucking. You know?
Okay.
Let's hear it.
No, you don't want to know. They're all bad.
Tacos.
Soft tacos.
This. I don't care what Rob says, Brian. I didn't care for the Damian Priest promo, so I'm going with AEW here.
Yeah, I'm going with Kingston. Come on, you'd be silly not to go with Kingston.
Oh, I mean, come on. I mean, it's not competition. He's going against Damian Priest. Fucking
like one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest.
Yeah, Damian Priest.
That negativity, and you still pick AEW.
You're not gonna tell me Damian Priest is a good promo either. He formulates his thoughts better, but every time I hear him talk, I throw up in my mouth because I hear Roman. That's all. I hear Roman, and no, I can't do it.
I see the wet hair. The wet hair.
The wet hair and the tone. The tone.
I get like PTSD.
I'm just waiting for him to say my yard or some shit.
I'm just waiting to move on.
Wait, speaking of Roman, I'm sorry. I know we're trying to move on, but did you hear? Apparently he's wrestling A, without a fucking shirt on, and B, he's got new music.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. No, that's really good.
Isn't that?
Those are 2 significant factors that make me hate him.
You're welcome.
The vest, the fucking stupid fucking vest, and the stupid fucking music. Those are those are 2 big factors. If he got cool fucking music and he got a new good fucking cool look, you know what? It could sway the pendulum a little bit. Not lying. He had to give up the fucking Superman punch. That'd have to go away.
Good. All right, moving on. We got 1-1 tie. Ciampa versus Atlas, pretty much a kind of squash match. And on the other one, we had Evil Uno and Page. While we knew the outcome was going to be Hangman Page, Brian, it did tell a little bit of a story beyond the fact that Kenny sucks at commentary. The in-ring.
Everybody get mad at him. Everybody get mad at Adam.
What, as far as what? I mean, the in-ring, as far as it was,
well,
it was nice seeing,
like Uno, when they have a match, he sends the Dark Order away, kind of thing. You know, they were telling a story there beyond just Evil Uno and Hangman having a contest.
Right, and I got to say, it was kind of nice seeing Uno. That was one of the things that I noticed. It was good seeing him have a one-on-one match because he wrestles a lot with big, either tag matches with Stu Grayson, or he's usually in like big tag matches with the rest of the Dark Order.
20-man, 10-man.
Yeah, exactly. So this was a cool match for him to be a little bit showcased. But also, I know you guys kind of dog Kenny Omega on commentary, but I really didn't have that much of an issue with it. I'm not saying you did, Rob.
Okay, you said you guys.
Okay,
I know Adam mentioned it.
I'm not 100% shitting on him.
Also felt the same way.
But he bores me. it's not that he's saying anything negative. He's not going or fumbling for his words. It's like nothing like that.
He's like an uninspiring Mr. Rogers.
Right. It's just like what he's saying just makes me want to go to sleep. Like he's not. There's no pop or whatever he's cutting there. It's bland.
Who wants to go see King
White
Friday?
noise. Wow.
What?
Who?
What? King
Mr.
Friday.
Crowley?
You guys don't know who King Friday is?
I know who King Friday is.
Brian, you don't know who King Friday is?
King Diamond?
King Friday.
There, we'll just put Brian out
No,
the pasture.
King Friday.
Oh
I know
my God.
the movie Friday.
The king of Imagination Land and fucking Mr. Rogers? Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, that's the little guy with the crown.
Do we want to talk at all about the Ciampa win on the other side with Jake Atlas that they set up? I don't either.
His mask looks like it could be from Retribution. He could look like he's part of that.
Hey, Brian, vote.
Yeah.
AEW for me.
AEW. Yeah. AEW.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now this one might be tough, Rob. We might finally not have a sweep here. AEW leading 2-1. We've got Dongo in the back trying to explain his new gimmick to get number one contenders for the tag belts. I got to be honest here. I didn't follow any of that shit. I actually thought it was a mini tournament where two teams fought and the winners advanced the next week or whatever. Rob had to like translate this whole thing beyond whatever, Birch did with Regal, which also it was funny to me. The whole thing was funny, but I didn't get any of it.
Yeah, he was like, they're gonna have matches against each other, against other people. Like, no, dude, they're gonna have a tag match, and the winners.
They medined my brain.
Yeah, they fucked with him.
Yeah, they put you in a pretzel.
Right?
It's an interesting concept. It's a unique concept, and the way they rolled it out was perhaps the best thing I've ever seen.
What, with Corey Taylor's band?
Yeah, no,
Is that
that's
what you're talking about?
no,
Okay, that was weird.
different.
That part was weird. About
That was the elimination gun. I'm talking about the tag team thing.
Oh, the tag. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you didn't
You're
know what
getting
we were
ahead
talking
of
about?
ourselves.
You didn't know what we were talking about?
He doesn't know.
This whole time you were sitting there thinking we were talking about something else.
He thought we were talking about the metal
no.
part. He wanted us to talk about the metal video.
I know what he thought, so that means he wasn't focusing on our words.
No, of
No,
course not.
I was listening to it. I got
Why-
you.
Why are you
Clear,
so
bro.
angry, Brian?
I'm not angry at all. Why are you projecting
grumpy?
onto
Why are
me?
you grumpy?
Oh, I'm very happy, bro.
You know when I'm not grumpy?
Why?
When I go to it said when, Brian. I didn't say why. I said when. When is a key.
Wait.
When is a key
Let
term
me try it
here?
again. Ask me again.
Off the rails.
Do you know when I'm happy, Brian?
What?
Dead air.
When I go to markedoutgear.com and I save money. I get some cool shirts and fucking a hoodie because it's getting cold, and then I fucking save money with my promo code marked out, all one word. I get 10% off my order at markedoutgear.com. 10%.
Oh shit! Oh,
10
my God.
That's good
percent.
savings.
It's great savings.
You can get a beanie too if you're bald like Rob. You got to keep that head warm.
It's awesome.
Winter's coming.
Yeah.
The winter is coming.
I wonder if Shopify has bowls.
What do you mean?
Like
the
cereal
Marty?
bowls.
Huh?
Like cereal
like,
bowls.
like Marty. Yeah.
Yeah, like
I
cereal
wonder if we
bowls.
can get a customized Marty.
Probably.
Anyway,
I was talking about vases.
let's go on to the other side because I know that Rob wants to talk about this.
Brian, for the love of God, will you just let me and my brother eat lunch?
Good Lord, man.
So we got the Bucks apologizing and mispronouncing Marvez's name as they apologize, and they called the other guy a zebra or something. I don't know what that they insulted with their apology. The promo to me, and you can call me petty, whatever. The promo to me here, Brian, felt like Matt was trying to do an impersonation of FTR. Like the character version, not of the people, not of the men.
I wouldn't do that, but
I don't. It was out of character. It didn't feel very heel. Like I don't know. You're the Buck expert.
Yeah.
Have they been heels
Buck
before?
Whisperer.
Because this was a bad heel promo. I
I
gotta
don't
be
think it was
honest.
bad. I think that it started out a little bit because he even said he was like, I know we've been acting out of character, and he kind of went on to kind of talk about why he was acting like that. Obviously, what turned the corner was when he smashed his fucking phone. Like that's such a fucked up thing to do. I don't care what he would have what he did after that or before that. Smashing someone's phone like that is fucking. That's terrible, bro. Yeah,
See,
you
the
spend
only thing I thought he
$150
turned the corner.
It's a pain in the ass to fucking have to get all your shit switched over to a new
They're
phone.
It is a
missing-
pain in the ass. It's not about the $50.
There is one fundamental question that is missing from this Bucks thing. Now, I could go off on a tangent about how I thought that this promo segment and Matt was just absolute in the doghouse, to be nice. The fundamental question missing with the Bucks is why, right? At no point in any of this have we gotten a why, and you can't say, well, maybe they just haven't said it yet, because they've had the opportunity and the timing to say why. So to me, it's just a desperate heel turn saying, let's make them heels. Why? Well, they're just heels. Okay, well, what should we do? I don't know. Go out and have them be dicks to people for no reason.
They did the same with Cody 6 months ago, remember? You had the same beef.
Yeah.
You were like, you're beating up his wife. He's not impassioned. He's not empowered here. Like, he's not showing that he's up against the wall. Like,
well, that's
he's
that's
hungry,
more,
whatever.
That's more the personal sell. In this situation, it's we want to be heels. We'll start being dicks. I'm just saying why. Why? I think as a story.
We'll find out.
I don't think so. I think we've already had that opportunity to find out.
So now they've attacked. I mean, this is a great gimmick. They've attacked Marvez, a referee, and destroyed Tony's phone.
It's fucked up.
Like,
Very
why
fucked
aren't
up.
they actually doing this to somebody like relevant that this might go somewhere? Because this makes them, to me, Brian, pussy heels, if you will. They're not even attacking wrestlers. They're
Yeah.
just
That's
hanging
even better,
out
though.
backstage and being pussies.
Yeah, and I give more street cred to fucking J&J Security, honestly.
Right? They took bumps.
No, I like this. It would have been easy to
Of
just have
course
them
you
go
like
into
it.
another normal wrestling feud or
Yeah.
another wrestling angle. At least this is a little bit different, where now they're going after personnel and referees and
That's
what have
fine,
you.
but there's no reason.
Yeah, there's got to be
Sure
some
there is,
huge
because it
ass
pisses
end
you off,
game.
because it's fucked up, because they can't fight back.
No, this is going to end up being 8mm in the
But
end.
how did it go from being we're the happy bucks and here's all our fake money we shoot out of cannons and we're gonna do flips and stuff for you and we love you so much, you're
No
a lead,
sell
we're a
party.
lead, we all love each other, no sell party, da 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 da. No, we're dicks. Now we're dicks.
Because of the disillusion of the elite. Because Cody is gone.
So they
Cody
lost
died
their
at Air Jet
friend.
Black. Kenny is gone. Hangman is drunk.
Then tell that story.
They are. That's what they're doing. Everyone's kind of separating. They're all.
So, but
going
why?
about
But why
So
would
that
the
makes you a dick.
different
So
paths.
you have heels as champs. Why would the Bucks turn heel to eventually face them? That's the other reason that I'm scratching my head, Brian. To be honest, because
Yeah.
the Bucks seem like the baby face that should be chasing FTR right now. Instead, they're attacking fucking not even talent people, production
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, dude, look, I had a best friend for like 10 years. He was like a brother to me. Loved that guy, right? And me and him had a hard falling out. And it fucking ended. And I was devastated by that. Now, when I was leaving the last time me and him saw each other and we threw words at each other, I didn't go down the street to the fucking retirement home and find a grandma in her wheelchair and throw her off a fucking staircase, right? I didn't just start fucking with people because I had my heart broken by a friend. So that storyline, garbage. I'm sorry.
DP, you're about to get put in timeout.
Love
He
you.
says he loved
Uh-oh.
8mm. What a great movie.
Fucking.
What? That was a fucked up movie.
No, I don't care who's listening. Here's a spoiler alert if you ever want to watch
It was
this.
good till the end.
But the ending and the big reveal of a thriller is that you've never seen this person ever.
Right.
So there you go. Ta-da!
Yeah.
No Kaiser Soze reveal type of ending. Just a, hey, here's an extra we found that was mopping the floors after we left last night. We're gonna throw him in the last scene.
Right. It's like the butler and Clue showed up at the end.
Right.
Fucking come on.
It was Howard Hessman outside. All right. Anyway, where the fuck are we?
I don't know, man.
So we're voting against Regal and Dongo and Tony and the Bucks. I gotta say, Regal and Dongo and that whole shit, I laughed. I enjoyed that. I'm voting NXT this time. Brian?
No, I'm gonna go with AEW.
Of course
and Tony and the Bucks. I really like that.
Wow, you've ruined that for me now.
Yeah, right?
No, why? Come on, Billy Joel. You're not a Billy Joel fan? I've been watching a lot of fucking the boys.
Billy
I
Joel.
hope. Yes, Billy
Oh,
Joel's
no,
been
sorry, that's
featured
Elton John.
all over
No,
The
no,
Boys,
he
but
just
that
said-
is not
that's-
Billy
that's
Joel.
not a Billy
No,
Joel
that's not
song.
Billy Joel. That's not Billy Joel. That's
It's
Elton John.
fucking Elton John.
I recovered.
No, you
He
Covered.
didn't recover. You got
I
called. Then you
recovered.
were
Check it.
old.
Is there
I
a
recovered.
timeout for Skype or whatever the fuck
I
we're on?
recovered in time. I fixed it. Greg will edit it, and it'll be nice and clear.
You deserve that.
Yeah, I'm going NXT.
Break the tie. Yes.
NXT, yeah.
All right. On the board, Stike says NXT wins because the Bucks are just boring me right now.
Look, I'm sorry. Look, I just got to say this, man. I got to say this. This is going to sound really harsh, and I love you, Brian.
Johnny Fever.
But all this hype that I heard from all these people about the Bucks, they're this next fucking level thing that are just they're too good for WWE. They're gonna knock your fucking socks off, and then I'm still waiting. Right? I'm still waiting.
Now I'm not as bitter like that. They have had some good matches, but I mean their promos have fallen flat almost always with me, Brian.
You guys need to watch.
With the right person, a broom could have a good match. What, Brian?
You need to watch BTE. I'm telling you, as far as characters, as far as likability or unlikability.
No, I don't have time, and they should take that into account. Not just necessarily me, but as a wrestling fan, you want to keep throwing all this extra content. I will say we bitch about fucking Raw all the time doing recaps, but at least I know the shitty storylines that they're doing, right?
Right.
With AEW, it's like, oh, you should have watched Dark. Well, I don't have time to watch Dark. You should give me your best content on the network TV program. That's when you should.
No, not Dark.
Yeah, save Velocity for later. Well, and save Heat too.
Yeah, let's do Thunder.
Saturday morning Thunder.
Love Thunder.
I love
Thunderdome.
I love Thunder. So that's my criticism.
Speaking of extra content, before we move on, you can go to patreon.com/MOWP. We got 3 tiers for you to support us there. $5, $10, $20. $5 gets you all of our pay-per-view watch-alongs. I don't know if you've noticed, if you've been a fan for a while, we haven't been doing pay-per-views over here because we've been picking select matches, overproducing them, and releasing them on Patreon for your enjoyment.
I like how you said we.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Kayfabe, brother. Kayfabe. Full kayfabe break. I didn't do anything but read this. Going back into kayfabe, we're going to also have the $10 tier, which includes our Mark-Along series where we basically watch random matches from the past. Typically, one of the 3 of us, possibly 2 of the 3 of us, has never seen this match. So we're seeing it for the first time, and we're going to get a gem if Brian ever returns called Brian's Concussion Match. I can't wait for that one. Yeah. And then finally, the $20 tier, our VIP level here. $20 gets you a free t-shirt from markedoutgear.com, and you get access to all of our videos. So we're going to do mark-alongs too, not just matches. We're going to do TV shows. We're just going to do a whole bunch of just silly shit, and you get some free swag.
You're making me sound like a dick right now. I just went off about, I don't have time to watch other shit. And I right away I'm like, hey, watch our other shit.
Right. Well, I mean, how do you think the Bucks got that property that they show us?
Yeah.
So what now?
Nothing.
Do what now?
Bang, bang.
Moving on. We've got the crazy match that Dongo made, which is Roddy and Birch against Eichner and Mendoza. Yeah, I read that right. On the other side, Brody against freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy for the TNT. I want to start over there because this is a fun match, but I don't know about the ending. Like Silver on a distraction somehow, and the ending lost me. The fact that also Orange Cassidy, got more offense and didn't just get screwed. I think he should have just got screwed all match by the Dark Order. Not beat down, I mean screwed. Like they kept grabbing his feet when he tried to do moves. They were just fucking with him from the outside, treating it like an unofficial lumberjack match. I don't know, am I just making shit up here? Because I thought he looked too strong just head-to-head with Brody.
Go ahead, Brian.
No, I was just going to say, I kind of agree with you. However, going back to how they've been booking him for the past few months now, I mean, he's got a bunch of wins over Jericho, so how can you not?
Right.
You'd basically be reversing everything that you just did for Orange Cassidy if he wasn't, looking strong tonight against Brody.
Yeah, I completely agree with Brian. You got to look at a couple factors here. Number one, as Brian said, he's been getting that push. There's no reason to make him look weak here. Number two,
that's why I said screw him. Don't make him look weak.
No, number two, you want to make him look strong. You want to continue that push for a couple reasons. One, for him, but 2, for us and the legitimacy of that belt, which I believe was abused for weeks and weeks and weeks by Cody, that we just saw these not going to win matches. So now you
Speaking of which,
now you have legit matches for the belt. Yeah, you had some interference at the end because Brody, the bully of the group. If I'm starting, I'm doing it on my own until I need you. That's how he is. He's not. I don't need your help the whole time. I'll do it on my own until I need you. So I thought this worked perfectly. Actually, this was an outstanding match. Really good fucking match and great psychology. I loved every minute of it.
So real quick, I want to read a couple comments from the board. You shouldn't have to watch not wrestling in order to appreciate the characters on a wrestling show. That's from Perfect 11.
Right.
To your point about the Bucks. And then Stike Leather says, I just don't like distractions to end matches. To me, it diminishes the win. I'm not saying distractions to end it. I'm saying if they just fucked with him, if they got in his head, if they were distracting him, maybe it's not a great call.
He's not that character.
You're right. I was just throwing it out there, spitballing, but you're right. And
hey, everybody, Rob wins.
Big time here. Big time. I just want everyone to know that this is what happened to Rob.
Oh, no.
We got, at the end here, all excited. Rob was at the edge of his seat. We see this crazy promo. We've got the bubbling lava or whatever's going on, some new music or a debut. Somebody's coming. And then Rob, I cannot tell you, just went to who gives a fuckville about AEW for almost possibly the rest of the night. I think it was the rest of the night.
Dude, the music started, and I'm like, okay, what's this? And then I immediately start doing a list in my head and crossing names off. Like, could it be this person? Crossing it off. Could it be this person? Crossing it off. Fucking, I mean, I'm going as far as I'm debating Punk in my head. I'm going there, Brian. This is gonna be somebody fucking big debuting. Somebody that's gonna blow our mind, make us pop for real. And then it was Cody with his hair dyed. And the vanity is what gets me here. The vanity of it all.
That's why, I mean, it has to be, he's got to be going heel. Like, he's got to be turning, especially
but Brian,
with,
there
the whole
hasn't been any real
rematches
after somebody's lost the belt. This is the first real one.
I would have rather... Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go on. No, go
I would have rather he was just in a hoodie disguised as a cameraman in a match and he came in and whooped ass.
You would have hated that. You know it.
No, I would have been fine with it.
No, you wouldn't.
Liar. I would have 100% been okay with that. I would have 100% been okay with that. Cody looking passionate in a feud, fucking. But the pageantry of the return was that was the level of something that should have been much more than what that was.
The board is calling us out. Apparently, that's been Cody's music since the beginning. We should have known.
No, there was a lot of extra stuff in the beginning.
There was definitely a lot of extra stuff.
Okay.
When the music kicked in,
it was like an extended version or something.
Yeah, when the music kicked in is when my fucking balloon got popped. But at first, it was just kind of noises and sounds and colors.
And that lava looked like a lava lamp or something.
Yeah,
on the
lava
screen.
lamp. It's like, oh, what's this? This is fucking great,
I was thinking potentially Pac, especially like in the early seconds.
That would have been fantastic.
That would have been great. He's finally back. I missed that fucker.
This was a wasted moment. So this is the boy who cried wolf, right? This is next time they have some kind of big reveal moment, I'm gonna automatically assume it's gonna be shit because
Cody.
Because or Cody. So it's like, oh look, Cody's got a B-51 bomber coming through to fucking airdrop him into the ring.
That'd
come
be
on.
Cool.
Is Zack Ryder on Heat? I haven't seen him since his tag match debut. That I don't even remember anymore.
He was on the last pay-per-view that they had.
He got
right?
He got signed to Full Faith.
Yeah. No, well, actually, he came from NYWC, so it's the same place, same exact fucking place. However, apparently he was on a appearance deal. He was on like a 5 appearance deal, so perhaps that's why they're spacing out all of his appearances and not doing like a steady storyline.
5 appearances. Wow.
Ooh.
I mean, who's to say he hasn't? I mean, they haven't announced anything yet that he signed full time, but. That's the word as of a few weeks
ago. And what about
ago.
Matt Sydal, another guy they signed? We saw him once.
He's there full time, and I know. See, this is why you guys need to watch BTE.
No. I watch I'd rather watch
Listen.
The Office for the 100th time.
No.
If we start making a
explained
living-
how Matt Sydal fell on the top rope.
Yeah.
He fell because Michael Nakazawa went out to the ring beforehand because he was basically just yelled at by Cody and the Bucks.
All right, it's simple.
I'm sorry,
if enough people go to patreon.com, I will watch an
Yeah,
episode of BT. I'm
that's
putting
what I
that out
said.
there.
Michael Nakazawa put his oil on the top turnbuckle, and
He's still
that's
going.
why Matt Sydal fell.
Okay, all right. Like Adam
very-
said, when all of our thousands of fucking viewers and listeners go to Patreon, all subscribe, and we can make a living doing this, I will watch every fucking episode with you, and you won't have to recap it all.
I'll
Yeah,
let you sit
all the
here
time.
in the fucking studio and nonstop show us all these fucking bingo hall and indie matches that you want.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And I'll make fajitas, and I'll make chili.
I can't.
No.
I can't eat that.
Great.
I can eat fajitas.
You
I
can
don't
eat
know.
chili. I could make it a vegan style.
Oh, Kiera makes a kick-ass vegan chili. It's
Really?
really fucking good.
Kick-ass.
It's really fucking good. Yeah.
All right, what are we doing? This is a wrestling show, right? Okay.
You tell me, man.
On the other side was the tag match. Roddy and Birch beat Eichner and Mendoza, and so we set up Brian's favorite appearance next week for Oni Lorcan going against Fish and Roddy.
Fish and Roddy. Yeah, dude, I fucking good for them for having a showcase match next week. I love Birch and Lorcan. They're the best.
I know you do.
Yeah, thank you.
Pick your winner. Because do we need to talk about this one a lot?
No, I'll go. Excuse me. No, I'll go.
Fun concept. Did what it did.
Yeah. No, I am curious about the tag titles because if the Undisputed gets them back, and let's say O'Reilly gets the title from Finn, then that would leave Cole as the odd man out and not the king of the castle.
Yeah, but I predicted maybe Cole pulls a Triple H a la Orton and is like, what are you doing, But we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there because we're not there yet.
But I'm talking about the tag titles. I mean that follows into that situation. But I'll let you.
I
taste it.
don't. I mean, first they got to get by Brian's boys,
Who,
Oni,
the Ascension?
Oni
They're
and
not in
Birch.
Oh, Oni and Birch.
No, stop with the kayfabe. We know you don't like Ascension.
What?
Worst
That's-
gimmick ever is Brian liking the
No,
Ascension.
What are you talking about?
I've
I have
always-
4
I've
years
always-
running now.
I've always thought that was legit. Is that not real?
It is legit. I have
Check the
the
tape.
Ascension timeline. I've showed you guys.
Yeah. No, I'm fucking with
I
Brian.
have the whole timeline. I wrote
You're
it
the
out.
only one.
It's
You're the only one thought it was fake, Brian.
Adam.
Adam.
Yeah.
Way to pay attention, Rob.
Sorry.
All right, vote, motherfuckers. Brian first.
Oh boy. What is it between the tag match and what?
And Cody,
Oh, Cody,
OC,
Cody's
Brody, all that.
Air? Yeah, I'm gonna go with NXT on this one. I love you, Cody, but it was a really interesting gimmick that they had for this match, and the fact that Birch and Lorcan are gonna be the ones that's going up.
I don't
for the
even have
titles
a
next week.
sound effect for this.
That man's booty doll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you did to my brain.
What just happened there?
I mean, do it again. My brain's still all messed up.
I mean, I'm going AEW. I actually
What?
I thought it was a really good match before Cody's vanity train. But at least then you got fireworks. So yeah, I mean, I got to go AEW. Sorry, I mean, I'm sorry. Anything with
Don't be sorry.
Birch is a good wrestler, and I've seen him live a few times. He's great, but yeah, he's.
See,
Birch.
I was gonna go with the AEW side already, but then Rob convinced me. I mean, it was a good match. You're continuing the push of OC, and obviously Brody won, so good for that. AEW's up 3-2. That is ridiculous, Brian.
What?
You're such a politician sometimes.
How am I being a politician right now?
Up next, we got Priest and
Just give your
Theory.
answer.
That's why I'm just segueing. Priest and Theory. And on the other side, we have Matt and Private Party. Let's just get NXT out of the way so we can go to the other side. Priest and Theory. Yeah, they had some moments, but Gargano attacked after. Great. All right, there you go. Priest won.
I couldn't care less.
That's why I went there.
I couldn't.
We got a new segment here for Wednesdays here. Hey, Brian,
Yeah.
pick a Matt. Hardy or Jackson? Whose promo was worse/better? You had
Worse/better.
Yeah,
I think.
pick
I
a
think,
winner. Pick a winner. Pick
I'm
a
gonna go
loser.
Matt Hardy. I'm gonna go Matt Hardy.
Matt Hardy's was better than Jackson's.
Although he did flub his line a little bit.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Well, I mean, he flubbed his line because he was trying to twist a cliche,
Yeah.
Right.
but he said it wrong. I do think that the concussion, Jericho's absolutely right. I just fucking hit you, and I want you to see my face when I do it. I loved his response. Private Party just standing there. I got to take the train to Pettytown here, Rob, before I cut to you.
Yeah.
It felt like they were doing a WWE or live crowd promo and waiting for the 15% capacity to pop at the right moments, and they just had weird pauses for no reason. Is what it ended up being.
You know, so trying to think about the best way to put this. I like to walk my dog, right? And it's I love to walk my dog without the leash on.
Right.
So, you know, then I go to do that, and I'm walking my dog that leash. Like, this is great. Let her be free. Let her do her thing. And then I see another dog coming, and she jets across the street, almost gets hit by a car, gets in a fight with a fucking dog. I realize, fuck, I got to put that leash back on. Right. So we always
Does
talk.
that happen?
No. We always talk about WWE, you know, oh, the fucking leashes they put on the guys and they do promos, da-da-da. And yes, that is horrible. But sometimes you got to put the leash back on. And tonight's AEW, I think in general, and I'm sorry, again, it's me, I think the whole freedom of people's promos, we're going to let you go out there and just cut your promos any way you want to, you're good to go. I think that is a mistake, and you need to put some leashes back on, because what we saw
on certain people, you're right.
Yeah, what we saw tonight with Matt and and both the guys from Private Party was the promos were not good. And I've already talked about Eddie Kingston and my feelings there. I just think that the promos were lacking substance and depth and believability and words. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the vocabulary of these guys is really shown. You had me till Kingston. I don't know, Brian. You want a little bit of rebuttal here?
Well, again, just go back and watch Kingston's promo from about 15 years ago, and you
Okay.
No. I'm talking about
Kingston,
Matt. We're on the
Kingston
Matt
with a
thing.
side note.
You picked Hardy here. I want you to defend and give some rebuttal.
No. As far as it goes with Hardy, it'd be hard for. I mean, who's gonna tell him to be like, all right, you're gonna say the promo like this, and then you're gonna do it like this. He's been 20 plus years in the business. He's one of those guys that you can't really.
There was only 3 minutes of a 10-minute segment worth of fuck.
He was never a great talker when he was just Matt Hardy.
He was never bad. He was never
bad.
He's definitely someone who can stand on his own.
He was Marty Jannetty when it came to promos.
But he wasn't as bad. He wasn't as bad as Marty Jannetty in a promo. I'm sorry, I can't agree with you there.
I think he's very similar to Marty Jannetty as a promo. I do, and I think that tonight he struggled to find words and to really tell the story he wanted to, and I think that that's lack of direction from the production team. Yes, you want people to be able to improv and throw their own personality in it, but there has to be some direction, especially on a TV show when you have a fucking director and people who are producers. There are reasons why those people have been in place for the long history of professional wrestling. There's a reason why in the history of professional wrestling, promos were not 100% go, right? Of any situation worth a damn. There was an element of here's what you need to convey, here's what you need to say, here's how we'd like you to do it, and then you put your own twist on it. Tonight was just a mashup of I get to talk on the mic in front of people now.
Wait a second. So are you thinking they've given them like full no leash? They didn't even say, hey, like your dog can go in this yard and then you're going to call him back and come. You're saying they gave them no direction? I believe they gave them what you're saying, a little outline, and said, here's where you guys got to get to.
See, I see it much less structured than that. I see it as almost like us sitting back going, okay, so like you're going to say this and then I'm going to say this. Oh, yeah, that'd be great. What if I did like this? Yeah, you should do that. Okay, I'll do something like that. Where it's a talked out scenario of what they want to convey, but with no direction to it. Just go out there and do you, man. Just do you. Even though you is probably not great at doing this.
On the board, Daniel Price says AEW needs a no person in the back to restrict bad ideas. Yeah, instead of a yes man, just have a no person back there that goes, no, that's dumb. Next.
Yeah, I mean,
who could it be?
For a certain story, you might want a certain personality. I mean,
IRS.
You can't just have anybody go out there and play that role because they might not be able to fill it, and you're just depending on them to be able to do it on the fly. They might not be the right person for that promo or for that story, or to tell that story or convey that message. The Private Party promos tonight were absolute cringe. and that was coming on the heels of Matt Hardy's very dysfunctional promo.
Do you think the pauses weren't for the crowd? It was for them to think of their next line?
I think they don't know what the fuck they were going to say. And you can see it in Jericho's face when they go back and forth to him. It looks like Jericho's going, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. You can do it.
I'll help you. I'll get you there.
Yeah, I'm just going to look at you and smile, and then I'll try to help you out. It was not, this is not the place. This is why you had the power plant, or you had OVW, or you had FCW, or you have fucking NXT.
Power plant. What a reference.
This is why you had these places, because they developed these things you need to tell a story on a TV program. And a lot of these guys have come right from the indies into this situation, and they have not been trained to do it. They have not developed them to do it this way. And then they're not giving them proper direction in the moment to have them ad-lib it. Some of these people might not be made for this situation.
Say what you want, but WWE's Performance Center having a promo class is key. I'm sorry, but you look at a guy like D'Angelo Dawkins. He was horrible in the beginning, and he's come a long way. And I find he's not a great talker like Jericho, but I find his promos enjoyable now, and he carries his own weight at least. He's not being drug along by somebody else.
Yeah.
Well, I will say AEW does have they're going to be launching. I don't know if it launched already, but they have the Nightmare Factory, which is going to be like their own version of.
Good.
I don't know if it's going to be as in depth as it's not going to be as in depth as the PC. That place is a multi-million-dollar facility. This is going to be a school that they're going to be training people.
I thought it was another program.
They're going to get into promo stuff.
I thought it was another program like BTE. That's why I rolled my head. If you're on YouTube and saw my,
no, that's great, because I mean, if they're going to play in the big leagues, they got to have some kind of a farm system to not just throw people on TV and see if they stick. That's not good. Oh, look, here's this guy. Everybody likes him in the indies. Let's throw him on TV.
That's killing their women's division.
Oh yeah, no, it absolutely is. And it's I think it actually hurts people more than it helps them. You say, oh, they'll get bigger checks now for their indie shows, and that's true, and that's great. But I mean, does it help them to go up there, go up to the TV, get exposed, and then disappear? No.
All right, my vote, as cringe as this was, I still got Jericho. I'm going to go with AEW. I just didn't care at all about Damian Priest as a face.
God, can I abstain in this one?
Sure.
Brian? I abstain.
Well, wait. This is against Damian Priest and
Austin Theory match with
Theory?
Gargano
No.
attacking after.
I completely agree with Daniel Price.
No, I'm going AEW. AEW.
What about Kevin Sullivan?
I just anything off Austin Theory. I'm on. I can't back that.
Yeah, I can't.
Hey, what's
I'm
up,
with you.
CT?
No, he says AEW needs a no person in the back to restrict bad ideas. And,
I read that.
Oh, I'm
fucking
sorry,
idiot.
I was engulfed in something else.
Apparently.
We had a conversation about it.
Yeah, you even I think contributed. Check
I was
the tape.
just thinking about myself. Oh, what did I?
Yeah, you were totally with it. All right, Rob is checked out, so that's why he abstained here. Brian, you agreed with AEW?
Yeah, AEW.
All right, sorry. I was trying to explain to Rob what a Grand Slam was. We're moving on to Ridge.
Breakfast platter.
This is awful in my notes because I'm the host here, but I wrote Ridge Holland versus Jobber, and the only other note I took was Squasharoo. So there we go. We covered that. On the other side, we got some Michigas. Is what I would call it to go aside this. Thunder Rosa and Sheeta basically dismantling Ivelisse and Diamante in a quick match. I don't know where they're going with this because they've already fought. Thunder Rosa and Sheeta have already fought. Now they're tag partners.
Yeah.
Kind of like a friendly rivalry. Where's this going?
So we get a bad Buck, and I'm just going to go through my opinions. A bad Bucks promo outside the locker room picking on Tony Schiavone. We get a bad Matt Hardy interview with the guys from Private Party, in a 10-minute segment that really never needed to happen. Like nothing about that segment ever needed to happen. Right? I'm getting to my point here.
And I turned it out of order here because the real one was FTR next.
Right. We'll get there too. You can add that to this list. And so you put all these unnecessary segments that did not advance your product at all in any kind of way, and yet the only investment into your women's division that you made was this tag match tonight. I mean, we didn't even get any of the fucking Britt Baker promos. Match. Yeah, we didn't get any Britt Baker promos. We didn't get Big Swole. We didn't see Nyla Rose and fucking Vicky in a hot tub somewhere. We didn't get to see.
Oh God.
We didn't get to see any of that. We didn't get to see any new, fresh talent, women's talent wrestle. This is your investment tonight with this tag match. I am sorry. I've got to be honest here, Brian, with all my complaints about AEW. And to be clear, I like AEW. I enjoy its product.
We want them to succeed.
I want them to do better in certain areas. And for all their hype and all their bluster about how great their women's division was going to be and how much time and investment they were going to put into it, this is not showing me what your mouth was saying.
Well, I will say that as far as story goes, I'm kind of with you because this did really have it. As far they had the match last week and it led to this. But as far as like with the AEW title or anything, it doesn't. Yeah, I'm with you. It doesn't really do anything outside of these two teams having the match.
Yeah.
Now, I guess the only thing that you can say from this is the whole deal with Thunder Rosa and Shida and them coexisting and what's going to happen with the NWA title. Are they going to have another
but to
rematch?
Rob's point, you wasted all this time on a bunch of other promos. You could have furthered it a little more. There could have been something beyond this match for the Shida Thunder Rosa, whatever's blossoming here. They gave us nothing.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm with you. I mean, they should have had some sort of friction, but it didn't seem like it. It seemed like they were able to tag with each other.
They should have had other women on the program fostering that division into success is what they should have done. We have seen Jericho do great promos. We know it. We've seen the Hardys beat dicks. We've seen it.
We're seeing something beyond this tag match.
We saw Hangman win a match and have fucking Yoo-Hoo walk out at the end of the match. We've seen this. We've seen these things.
What a dick.
Yeah. Omega, sorry. We've seen these things.
It's one thing to fuck over Joey Janela. Now you're just being a dick.
It just feels lazy. It feels like, hey, what did we do last week? It's like when we set up our stream. We just fucking cut and paste to the next fucking day.
And just cross our fingers.
And basically that's it. They're just cutting and pasting from one week to the other and not adding new content.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
Cheers, fuckface.
So, fuck. Moving on to the vote here. The Squasharoo with Ridge Holland or the quick match that was the only thing for the women tonight. I'm going to abstain here. You fucking vote.
I'm abstaining.
Brian, you pick the winner. Wiener.
No.
Pick the wiener. Pick the wiener, Brian.
No, if you're abstaining, then I'm abstaining.
No, someone's got to get a point here.
Why?
All right.
No, why? Then no one gets a point.
I'll give a pity point to NXT
I'll
to catch
give
up.
NXT.
Yeah, there you
pity
go.
Point NXT.
All right. Pity point. It's 4-3.
All right, no. I'm going to vote for AEW.
Nope, too late. It's 2-1. See, this is what happens when you abstain. Don't let Trump win. EO promo here backstage gets interrupted by Candice and Johnny interferes. Priest comes back.
No, it wasn't a bad backstage promo segment for what it was. I mean,
for what it was.
It was fine.
For what it was.
Speaking of
Candice
for what it was.
Candice a little off time, but yeah.
What the fuck is a 20-minute brush with greatness, and why did you say it 20 fucking times?
To get it over.
Tully and FTR out there dangling their carrot sack out in front of best friends, but challenging SCU because that's what they want to do.
I feel like this story would have been told better
by anyone else?
By just the announcers saying this is what's going to happen now. Them coming out and having Tully have fucking senior moments and fucking and then they work this problem out in real time in front of everybody. And then they have the fake moment with best friends. I would rather just do it, honestly.
What do you mean just do it?
Just hey, this week fucking the champs are going to do this, or have it be a 2-minute promo in the back. This again was a misuse of airtime.
The length of the segment was way too much.
I think it went a little long, but the one thing I will say though, I mean, the whole thing about FTR is that they're a tag team and they love traditional tag team matches and stuff.
Okay.
So that's why they were making fun of the main event from last week, because it was basically just a backyard wrestling brawl, is what they said.
Yeah.
So this way now they're instilling all these rules. They already have the tag rope that they have for every one of their matches.
Yeah.
Now
Finally.
they have 20-minute time limits, and also the other thing too that they snuck in there was, if it goes the distance,
they get a win.
they still win.
That was the stupid. That wasn't snuck in there. That was the.
There's Brian with your AEW minute.
That was like a great fucking ice cream sundae with a turd on top. That was the stupidest thing to say. Oh, we get a W for that. Like, that's a heel thing. I get it.
I don't hate that. No, I don't hate the gimmick that they're pushing here. It's not bad. I hate the delivery of the news. You know,
I've got some bad news.
I mean, it could have just those two with Tony Schiavone out in the ring, just saying, "Here's what we're gonna do. Here's the new rules. We got it approved," and then going, "Yeah," and then go to commercial. You know, I don't know. It's the Tully thing that killed me. Tully going senior moment. The whole somebody give that man his fucking Medicare.
Yeah, but Damian Priest is slowly becoming the Joey Janela of NXT, so I'm voting AEW.
Just a bad boy Joey Janela, and I couldn't agree more.
Rob, what's your vote?
Yeah, you know,
Senior moments or Damian Priest moments?
it's hard to give a point to Damian
You
Priest.
like EO? Was it enough to sway?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go NXT.
All right.
So wait, it's Io and Damien?
EO, Candace, Johnny, and Damian.
Yeah,
Jeez.
they were.
I feel like Damien has been in every fucking voting thing that we've been doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Either
losing a
way,
lot.
I'm gonna have a brush with greatness and have to go with FTR and their executive consultant, I believe, is what they called him.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
So 5-3, AEW kicking ass. Let's
That's
talk
that's
about something here.
That's a point. Kicking ass is a bit of a stretch.
5-3.
2 points.
Oh, I thought you
You're
said five. I thought you said
horrible,
5 to 4. I thought you said 5 to 4.
Check the tape. Get an abacus. I don't know what you need.
Double some equations.
There's really only the main events on either side to talk about here. But before we do, Rob,
Yeah.
we sat through a bunch of shitty promos. Finally got something good.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? It was
We got
fun.
Jericho and MJF. I enjoyed this. I really did. They had a little circle jerk where they agreed with each other, and then they both
really
go,
did.
"Why'd you call me a loser last week?"
Yeah. And
This was fun.
yeah, no, I'm sorry. I mean,
It went nowhere. Like the other promos seemed to be trying to go somewhere. This went nowhere and was the best one of the night.
see, I don't know, Brian, if it's like they're just going, let's just do this tonight. It'll be fun. Or if there's anything behind it other than these two just want to be on TV talking shit to each other.
I think that's what it was. Plus, they're also, you can plant seeds for when they eventually, who knows, down the line they do tangle.
Yeah.
At least now you have this stuff to go back to, and also, I mean, it's pretty cool that MJF is on that scale. Like, he's doing the exact same thing as Jericho, so it's just I don't know, it's a cool visual. You see the past and the future.
Yeah, why wouldn't he be though?
You know what I would love?
They're kind of soft at the top of the roster. They need somebody like MJF because Jericho's not going to be around forever. He's got Sturgis to go to.
You know what I like? This is what I like. I would like to do this. Tell me if I'm wrong. I would like to have MJF join the Inner Circle and basically
take it over.
Take it over like Rock to Farouk. And that would be a good way to turn Jericho heel. Turn him face.
Remember when you thought he joined Inner Circle? Or was that Adam? I forget.
Nobody thought that.
No,
No. You both did.
We had a vote.
We had a vote.
No. That wasn't a vote. You checked the tape. You guys said that he was in it.
No.
Oh, man. I have no idea what's going on.
Well, that's true.
That's for you, Brian. So I'm glad you agree. Nothing to go against it, so let's go to the main events. Gauntlet match, whoever comes last is normally pretty good, but we have kind of a weird, if you will, like Battle Royal Rumble style gauntlet where they come out to a clock, but they still have to get pinned or eliminated. Kushida, Bronson Reed, Thatcher, Cameron Grimes, and the newly single star, Kyle O'Reilly. I'm getting ahead of myself there, but I got to say at the beginning, Brian, Rob had Grimes. I thought this might have been Kushida's moment the way he's been booked the last couple of weeks. Were you a little sad when Kushida was the first to go?
I was a little sad. However, I got to say I am happy that Kyle O'Reilly was the one that eventually took the win because he's been a fucking tag team specialist ever since he's been in WWE. So at least with this is something that's this is something new, something fresh.
I loved it. Don't get me wrong. Right? I like it. I don't think Kyle's got any chance against Finn.
No,
I think that's too big of a rocket. But I mean, he basically, let's just run it down real quick. He made Thatcher tap. He then, Thatcher made Bronson Reed tap. Then O'Reilly pins Thatcher, taps Grimes, and Undisputed came out Cole and Fish to celebrate with. Or sorry, it was Cole and Roddy, right? Fish.
I know you're saying that
Cole and Fish.
It might be too high of a mountain for him to climb right now. I don't know.
Over Finn in his first defense?
I don't know about that, man.
Keith didn't defend, so.
There's a lot of possibilities with O'Reilly beating and Finn. And I know we always talk about somebody losing dirty, but this would be a good opportunity for Finn to lose dirty to O'Reilly. And then you have Cole turn around and say, yeah, so, I helped you get that. So let's go ahead and do this. Give it to me. And that starts.
I want you to lay down.
And that starts a power struggle within. Now, I'm not saying they're going to do that. I'm just saying that that's one possibility that could come out of O'Reilly.
Could be done right.
And there's other possibilities too. There's other storylines you could push with it. Actually, I think there's more positive storylines that I can think of right now for O'Reilly winning it than I could for Finn winning it.
I just think O'Reilly could have benefited more from maybe being the guy to dethrone Damian Priest or be there as a single star.
Well,
this is a huge rocket. I mean, this guy basically just fought in his first 2 matches ever as a singles competitor and is now fighting at the next takeover for the championship.
No, I agree. I don't think there's I'm not excited about this new batch of NXT wrestlers, Brian. I'm not. I mean, there's some good ones. But I think for the most part, I cringe for more.
Talking about Thatcher, Reed, Ridge, Priest,
the whole crew, whole slew of them they got going out. The guys right now, I'm not connecting with any of them, and most of them I'm just not liking overall, and that's just my own personal preference. But for me, with Finn winning, there's nothing I look forward to after that.
Well, you got to realize Cross is supposed to be champ right now, so who knows what was actually planned.
No, I get that.
That's true. That's a good point.
At least Velveteen's off TV.
Yeah, well, that's true. I get that. I just think that O'Reilly winning makes more possibilities, and it's almost like a restart button.
I agree with you. It would be cool to see O'Reilly win. I think it would just be cool only because of what it would do with the fucking Undisputed Era and who would get jealous, and I think it would cause like a big rift in there.
Yeah,
I think that would be fun.
And the other thing too is there's just so much question around what NXT is now, right? So I mean, it's not a training program anymore, and now our developmental program anymore. Now it's a full-fledged brand. Yeah, but you're still elevating people from your brand to the main roster. And I use the word elevate because they do, not because I believe that.
It's tough because Cole should have been called up. What do you do with him now?
Well, right, but I'm saying the term call up is still a thing. So I don't know if somebody's still going to get called up or not. Is this a brand? Is Finn now on this brand? Is this forever Finn and forever Ciampa and forever Johnny? Or am I expecting them to get a title and then move up like they always have? It's such a gray area right now.
I think it's like the trades right now. Like Mandy Rose got traded to Raw. I think it's just, that's how it is. Finn was like, I'm going to go be NXT now, just like Charlotte did for a few months.
But there was no mention of that. It'd be different if they mentioned it as if NXT was an equal brand.
Yeah, there was no trade. He said he was going back home or whatever the hell he said.
Yeah, they're going up like they always do. It's some kind of fresh, new-looking character, which says to me, they're still getting, quote, called up.
Like Keith Lee with his new repackaged skirt.
Right.
The one thing I'll say with me exactly, Keith Lee is a perfect example, but like you have guys that are killing it in NXT, and then all of a sudden the next day you have them in Retribution wearing fucked up masks, just totally stripping them of their character, what made them popular in NXT in the first place. So that's why I'm just kind of soured on that whole like guys that are on like teetering on being called up to the main roster. I'm like, fuck, they're gonna totally just change them. It's not gonna be the same.
Yeah. When was the last time? We used to always gush all over the place about takeover matches and how some were just so good that even when we weren't covering them, we had to talk about them on a later show.
Yeah.
When was the last time?
I think in your house we talked about that afterwards.
Okay. That was a pretty good one.
Yeah, I mean, but no, the last one, it was the last one. They've all been great. They all had those matches that you're talking about right there, Adam. It's that last takeover.
No, I mean a match of the year competitor.
Oh.
Like contender. We used to, NXT was very clearly in the mix for a lot of those.
Cole, who's that? Who Cole?
I was gonna say Ciampa Gargano or Ciampa
Cole and Lee that's a good match.
Okay. I'm not arguing. I was just wondering.
No, it's a good question. It's a good question.
On the other side, we got Kingston and Mox. Mox got thrown through a table early. It was a very physical match, but definitely hard style or strong style, whatever you want to call it. At the end, Rob's favorite. Everybody comes out from the locker room. The Lucha Brothers. Of course, Kingston lost. No surprise. Lucha Brothers attack. Hobbs comes out. Got to be honest, he looked a little sloppy or a little stiff. Something.
Who, Hobbs?
Hobbs.
A little stiff? What? You think he was? What do you mean? He wasn't.
He didn't look like he was really making a save. It looked like he ran out there and was
stretch.
like, I don't know.
Oh, stiff. Like, okay, that's what I was thinking. I was like, do you mean like he's working too strong, or I gotcha.
Yeah, he didn't look loose
this is a new
enough.
spot for him, so who knows?
Yeah.
This is a.
He looked green. He looked green as goose shit, to quote Hitman. Then of course Q Darby, Q Starks, everybody's out there, but at the end, Mox is laying down, Hobbs is laying down, Allen's laying down, and a very weird group out there is celebrating. It was Taz, Starks, Lucha Brothers, and Kingston. Did I miss somebody? No, I think that's right.
Lucha Brothers, Kingston, and Starks. Yeah, and Taz.
Yeah. So very, very weird. I mean, 5 guys standing over 3. That's a good way to go off air. I liked it better than the huge melee, but this is weird. Was Butcher 2 blown up to come out? So where's Cage?
Stop it.
This was like 2 factions that amalgamated for one night. Are they friendlies?
I don't know. I'm sure. I mean, all the villains probably hang out in the same.
They come out the same
bar,
tunnel.
The same
get a faction, and you get a faction, and you get a faction.
Yeah, I remember when I checked the tape, but I championed like we need more factions. We need more factions. AEW gave me what I wanted, and I was wrong.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember the skate park from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? The first one where like where the guy's like go play.
No, but
that's what I imagine what they have. Like for the Foot Clan, they have it for all the enemies and bad guys in AEW.
Yeah, so I have a pretty decent comic collection and comic movie collection, and my wife yelled at me the other day because she was in one of those stores, Walmart or Target, and saw Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and she was mad that I don't own it because she wants to watch that.
Why don't you own it?
I've already had this conversation. Before we get to
Splinter.
The Who Won Wednesday finale and vote on the main event here. I got a new thing here. We're gonna insert a fun segment before the final vote. Hey Rob.
Yeah.
What made you chuckle tonight?
Oh, yeah. So what made Rob chuckle tonight? The name eliminations. Oh, another one.
Didn't even bother to try.
No, and I'm trying to read my hand right here. The godforsaken tattoo made me chuckle when he was talking about Cody's neck tattoo.
Oh yeah, Brody Lee.
Yeah. The more things stay the same, the more things change. The more Matt Hardy. Yeah.
You had a couple Matt Hardy moments tonight.
Yeah. You want to fight me? I'll fight you. I think that was fucking Private Party or something.
You didn't write who it was quoting.
You know, in Regal. Well, okay then. Sounds great. That made me chuckle tonight.
You guys did my job for me. That's the way Regal is. All right, let's vote on the main event.
Okay.
Kingston and Mox versus the Elimination Gauntlet, or what was it called? It had a better name than that.
Gauntlet Elimination. Gauntlet Elimination.
Gauntlet Eliminator.
Eliminator Gauntlet.
It's time for the Eliminator.
Time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. All right, I'm gonna go with NXT. I thought the concept was cool, and I liked Kyle O'Reilly winning. Honestly,
I'm gonna echo everything you just said.
Brian.
I third what y'all just said.
So our final tally is 5-4 AEW.
That's a first.
Really 5-4, Rob. So it's now one difference, but the only one that really matters is this: who won Wednesday? Rob, I'm going to cut to you first. This is the overall.
Yeah, so
we're looking at the overall body of work.
Here's the problem, right? Because it's right in the middle. Because I think AEW was trying too hard tonight, but on the other side of the coin, I think NXT wasn't trying hard enough. So I needed something right in the middle. I think they're equally guilty of not producing what they obviously have the talent to do. I'm going to give it to NXT, not because NXT was more
NXT. That was a question mark at the end.
Not because it was more entertaining, but I feel like AEW just didn't quite have their chi tonight. They didn't have it put together right.
Okay, Brian, was the 6-man tag match before Archer was taken out of the card for obvious reasons? We talked about it earlier. Was that supposed to be tonight?
I think so.
Okay, so they had to change a lot of their booking. In fairness.
They definitely switched it up. Yeah, of course.
All right, who would you take?
Oh boy. Man. Who he voted for NXT? No, he voted for AEW.
No, he voted for NXT for the overall winner.
Oh, he did vote for NXT. Okay. Well, I do have to say, as good as NXT was, I really liked some of the different concept matches that they had, and really that main event was that was awesome.
Yeah,
that was really awesome.
A lot of drama. A lot of fake finishes. You couldn't tell who was going to win.
I still, even though it wasn't the best episode, I still have to go with AEW. It was still intriguing. It was still fun. It wasn't a bad episode, nevertheless, but still good. I go with AEW.
All right, I got to break the tie here. So, and Board, you can get ready your marked outs and your petty towns because we're going to do awards next. Brian, did you also have a little trivia?
Nah. We could hold it. We could do it on Monday.
All right, we're gonna but
we're going long.
I keep wanting to do AEW.
We're running long.
All right, fine, fuck it. So real quickly, I think that the bookends of NXT was great. I think that the concept of the tag thing was fun, and the way they introduced it confused the fuck out of me, but it still ended up being fun. I think AEW, I will give them a nod, Brian. I think they did the best that they could with the fact that their main event got changed and they threw Kingston in, and that was a good story and explanation, blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't strong enough to beat NXT overall. NXT strongly won their 4 points. Even though they lost 5-4, they strongly won it. So I believe I'm going to go with NXT tonight, even though they lost the vote. What is this, like a Harry Truman? They didn't get the Electoral College? Or popular vote, but they got the electoral. I don't know what I'm saying.
Or Donald Trump. Didn't that happen with him? Right? Didn't he lose that?
Bigly.
I don't. I'm a much happier person than Rob because I don't follow politics. There's a reason that he's
an angry elf
because of politics.
I'm not angry. I'm orange.
Great.
He's very happy.
Looks like
the podcasters have no idea what's going on right now.
Right?
No. Yeah,
Rob's just fucking. Anyway, marked out moments, Petty Town. I'm going to kick it off. My marked out moment, Kyle for NXT.
Yay, Kyle.
And my marked out moment for AEW, full kayfabe here. Rob, he says he didn't do it on purpose, but he totally muted on purpose right before Joey Janela started talking. He hit the mute button on the promo at the very beginning. And I marked out for that.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you the honest God truth. That was intentional.
Brian, marked out.
Marked out for NXT. It was Kushida. I marked out for Kushida, and I guess
he lost
kind of for Kyle O'Reilly. But I like that he's still going by the time splitter gimmick. That was his thing in New Japan.
Wait, out of everybody, out of everything on NXT, your mark out moment was the guy who was first eliminated from the main event.
Bro, he's still in the main event.
Only
All right,
Brian.
he's still there,
No,
and it wasn't so much that he was
Yeah.
eliminated; it was that he had the time splitter patch
Yeah.
on his gear.
Yeah.
It's still real to me, damn it.
No, dude, I love it. That's a great pick.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank
happy for you that you've come
Thank
to that
you.
one.
And then actually, I marked out for NXT. Actually, you're involved in this award, Rob.
Oh.
So yeah, mine was actually for you didn't know that AEW was tonight, right? You thought it was last night.
Oh,
and
you didn't know?
AEW was tonight.
Yeah, I thought
Can you
it was last
explain
night.
because I'm very confused still.
I
what
thought
happened.
I was told Dynamite was on Tuesday nights. I was like, oh, okay, we'll just watch it on Wednesday.
Did you actually how soon did you find out? Like when did you know that it was on?
Then it was
Like,
when I
About
hit
8:05.
when I hit my DVR and it said live, and I'm like, oh fuck, it's live. I thought it was fucking play. I thought it was DVR from last night. I didn't fucking know. You know.
Perfect 11 says he thinks Rob's edibles kicked in. And back to the Who Won Wednesday portion. Stike is a great point. With NXT, you crown 2 number 1 contenders. AEW, echoing some of Rob's earlier points, didn't really continue any storylines tonight.
Yeah.
He's got a point. Marked out's on the board. We'll go to after Rob picks his.
My marked out award. Hey, for AEW, Darby's a really good fucking sell, man. He takes bumps. This wasn't the first time tonight when old boy came in and hit him from behind, and he did the fucking flip and landed on his neck. But there was another time when the same dude, he threw him into the ropes, and it looked like he got fucking killed. Darby did. The way he contorts and moves
Like
his
Enzo?
Yeah, well, the way he moves and contorts his body, it's vicious. His cells are fucking insane. Bravo. That's one marked out for AEW. Marked out for NXT's fucking O'Reilly. Going for the belt.
Last stop, Pettytown. Let's go to the board for the marked outs. Kyle for AEW, Jericho and MJF promo. That's from Stike.
Yeah,
and Perfect 11 says Ridge Holland headbutting his opponent into another dimension made him mark out. Headbutts always make Brian cringe. That's the thing I think I miss the most about Brian not being here is watching his reaction to a
I
headbutt.
hate them.
Yeah,
it's like stepping on a spider. I flinch and I get all scared. Yeah. It's terrifying.
It's
Ryan
funny to
gets
watch.
all
It's
scared.
funny to watch wrestling live with him because he's literally when they do it, he goes.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
gets
I
weird.
do. My face gets all red and sweaty.
Kayfabe, brother. My
Right.
Pettytown moments are simple. Damian Priest, not the wrestler, not the man, the character. I'm sorry, dude. You were a lackluster heel, and now you're a boring babyface. Good for you. And Pettytown on the AEW side, lots of promos done as if the crowd was there tonight. I kind of said that. I don't know if they were searching for words like Rob thinks, but there were just long pauses for no reason. See how he did that?
There was a reason they were trying to figure out what to say next.
Well,
The bird is blue.
they didn't
Jericho,
do a good job.
Le Champion.
Libby's car is green.
Man, woman, cat, dog, car.
Oh wait. Yeah, okay.
This is Roderick Strong. I approve this.
Adam gets a Roddy.
But yeah, that was my Pettytown. Brian, I'll let you close it down. I'm going to go to Rob for his Pettytown.
That's my new marked out fucking moment of the night right there. Adam, yeah, good job. So it's my turn? Or is-
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Rob.
I want Brian to close
Wait,
it
do you want
down.
me to
at
go?
the
You
end.
want
No, I
me-
want you to
Rob,
go
want
at
you to
the
close.
end.
Okay. My Pettytown for NXT is like I said earlier, not getting attached to any of the roster. It's really not. It's emotionally
And another one.
leaving me.
And
right.
another
Pettytown for AEW. So when did what happened? I know Marv is hurt, right? He can't be there because he got kicked. He got kicked by the Bucks, and that puts you out of work.
Poor Marvez.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in fights. I went to work the next day, but hey, whatever. But why are we doing the WWE thing here? Why are we doing the interview girl? Why is that a thing? Is it hey, that
Chicks are
works?
better looking.
I agree,
I mean,
but
do I want to look at Marvez, as talented as he is?
I know that. To me, that's very, very. It's my petty award. It's very,
They had
very
Dasha.
WE. What?
They've had
Hey,
Dasha.
Dasha.
She's been there for a while.
Maybe I just didn't notice that they were doing these, the interview girl segments backstage. It's got WWE written all over it. It's my fucking.
You are petty. You're right. This is your petty award.
I wouldn't say I've been missing it, Bob.
Good one. Oh, that's terrific.
Brian, before I go to the board, what's your Pettytowns?
Petty town for NXT. Actually, this is a positive petty. I'm petty that they don't give us more of these interesting gimmick matches that we had tonight, because that was actually really cool.
You
I'm not
can't
saying
do
all
it
the time,
too quick.
but
Yeah, you got to find a balance.
What are they going to call the pay-per-view? Gimmick Wars.
Yeah.
New gimmick every match.
It's coming up.
Yeah. And for AEW, I guess the whole Cody thing. It's great to have him back. I'm a big Cody fan, but the way that he left and came back was a little suspect. Could have been a little bit different. I would have been a little bit happier, but
He had to go shoot a TV show where he gets to sit next to Rob and my Rosario Dawson.
And maybe like not jet black hair. Like what about like black low lights? Is that
Jet
a thing?
black
or
hair,
frosted tips
long
black or something?
something.
I don't know. It was like
tattoo.
it was almost blue. His hair.
I
It was
can't
so
say it's the way.
All right, Petty down on the board. Stike says AEW the Young Bucks. Yep, I agree. And he says for NXT something I completely missed apparently, but the mysterious promo of the woman returning to NXT that they showed tonight. He says he fears it's Charlotte. I bet it's Sonya Deville or something.
The woman returning.
Yeah, apparently some woman is returning.
Woman, right?
Oh,
Chelsea
they
Green?
showed it was a blonde woman?
Chelsea Green?
Oh, maybe not.
Maybe
Who am I
it's-
thinking of? No, wasn't there like a promo, or maybe that was on SmackDown?
I completely missed it. So whatever you're thinking, I don't have any knowledge to
I could
disagree
be
or
making
agree.
this up. I could be dreaming this, so don't fucking listen to me. I
If
don't
it's-
know.
if it's-
Rob, we're going to play Hollywood Squares. I disagree with Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's Charlotte, if it is Charlotte, NXT is done. Because they're
It's the one thing they have going for them is their women.
It's the one thing, right? The tag team division is nothing to write home about. Fucking the men's division is not really, stoking the fires. I mean, Finn's great, Ciampa's great, but they're not really using them. I don't know.
They're not using them right. Cole and Ciampa are just doing nothing right now.
The women that would body blow, fucking body blow.
Body blow.
Body blow.
Well, what game was that? Why is that in my head? Is that
Isn't it Karate
Tyson,
Kid?
or was that Tyson Punch Out?
No, they didn't do that in Tyson Punch Out.
I don't know.
No, it was that one you did at the arcade. They had like the big guys were kind of holographic. You were like a green hologram and you fought the dude. Body blow, body blow, body blow.
Okay, it sounds about
The
right.
big upright. Yeah.
I don't have anything better, so I'm going to agree with you.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Good job.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thanks a lot, Bob! The Neo Geo baseball games, those are fun.
Carmella is returning on SmackDown, so he doesn't see Sonya going to NXT. What does that have to do with anything?
No.
I don't know.
Good. Okay, thanks.
We're going long so we can talk about Sonya Deville.
No, we're going long so I can close the show down right here because I'm done. I want to flush. I want to wipe. I want to get the hell out of here. We got lots of matches coming up for TakeOver real quick. We have no horizon after Clash of Champions of what's going on there. Obviously, Survivor Series and Royal Rumble will eventually happen. So we're going to cover it. Brian's going to break down AEW Dynamite tonight on the AEH All Elite Hour later on. He'll release it before Monday. So that'll be episode 576. Not as cool as 575 was tonight, but
No, this was a cool episode.
there you have it. We will be back next week to do Who Won Wednesday. We'll be back, me and Rob, though, on Monday to potentially talk about Raw. We'll see what happens.
It just depends.
We'll see what happens.
Why?
They-
Wait, on Monday?
Yeah, they haven't been doing a good job after a pay-per-view of starting new things, especially because every time after a pay-per-view, we find out that Rey Mysterio and Seth Rollins feud is continuing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for all you friends of Adam that are saying that I'm fucking grumpy.
You were on the rag Monday?
That I was on a rag Monday and I'm grumpy. I'll just say this to you. You motherfuckers do a podcast for 4 years where you fucking watch a product that slowly becomes shittier and shittier and tell me how fucking, full of flowers and fucking rose petals you are when you got to do a show. So
You're welcome.
Kiss my ass.
All right.
I got to medicate to get through this motherfucker.
Medicate. Anyway, that's what he calls it. He just loves to make out with Morty.
Daddy's medicine.
And that other orange puppet he was playing with earlier.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you guys so much, Brian. Good to see you, sort of, wherever the fuck you
Virtually.
are. Hopefully you're back before the end of the year. We've started a little poll here in a pool. Anybody that wants to get in on us, get in on it. You can email us at markedoutvwrestlingpodcast@gmail.com. Pick your square when you think Brian's returning to studio. We're not going to share the results with him so he can't impact it, but $5 a square, you might be able to get the pot. That'll be a nice jackpot. Better odds than the lottery because I'm sure not many of you will participate.
Yeah, just Venmo that shit in.
Right?
Yeah.
Or Cash App. Anyway, tune in next time. Same smart time, same smart channel.
Wash your hands.
Vote.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Vote.
Marked Out Podcast was distributed and imported by
Marked Out Podcast is produced and edited by U-Record Studios and is recorded live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Subscribe, follow, and listen to us live following WWE programming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's RAVEPRO.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.